Long time no see. I feel like we should have stayed in Austin. The air quality.
Oh my God, it's the apocalypse here.
It is. Okay, so in a lot of ways, you were one of the reasons this fabulous show is even on television. Looking back, what was one of the moments where you were like, in the book, where you were like, this has to get made and I want to make it happen?
Oh God, that's a good question. Well, Matt Roberts was the person who gave me the books originally. So
Okay.
he had read them as a reader and was like, I was looking for development. He was like, I think you'd like these books. God, what? I think after I read the first book, I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. There are more of these, and even as we were going into filming on the first season, I just knew this was going to, you're never totally sure, but I was like, oh, I think we've got something here.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. All right. I thought we'd take a little walk down memory lane and I'm going to show you some photos and you can tell us the story behind it or maybe something that nobody knows about it. That only you do. Okay, let's start with
the trivia game. I'll tell you.
No, I didn't do that to you.
I know. I'll tell you what I think of here. Okay, so that reminds me of one of our audition scenes for Claire was "Stop, help, he's going over," and that reminds me because I think that's around the scene, which I hated that line because we'd seen so many actresses do it, and no one could get it until Caitríona when we saw her audition right 3 weeks before filming. And I was like, oh, okay. That line did not grate on me anymore because I was like, that's our Claire.
Yeah. And then when you saw them do their chemistry test together, what did you see in that?
I just was like, ding, ding, ding. Cause I remember, when the first season, when Ron was the showrunner, we were in our office together and we didn't have a Claire and we had a couple possibilities for Claire, but they didn't seem right. And I said to Ron, if we don't get these two right, this series is not going to work. And as soon as I saw Caitríona and Sam together, I was like, we've got our winners.
Oh, you guys were so right. Okay, let's go to season 2, the end of the season, the great goodbye. What can you tell us about this scene? And I will tell you something. I once read that the love scene they have was originally written as against a tree. Is that true?
Well, it is in the books, I think. But the thing I remember about that scene, I'm pretty sure, is I think that scene where they dance kind of, there's a thing. And there was some debate on who came up with it. I thought it was Matt Roberts, the director, also weighed in on that. And he contributed. But I love this idea and the choreography of them. It was we were trying to figure out on the day, how are we going to get them from this point to the Stones? Like, how would you transport your lover basically to tell them goodbye? And this idea of them dancing and Jamie slowly dances Claire back was such a beautiful idea. I love that idea. And it works so well in the show.
Awesome. All right. Let's pick this one. The Reckoning.
Oh, yes. Yes, The Reckoning. That scene, I mean, by the way, it was a beautiful day. We were in a beautiful location. I remember that scene was also I'm pretty sure that was one of our audition scenes for Claire and Jamie. It's an iconic scene. I'm trying to think if I have anything exciting to tell you about a behind the scenes thing, which I don't think I do. But I know that was one of the first times I kind of recognized that we had a hit on our hand, because it was that iconic scene that they nailed.
Yeah. I will say that when I watched the show for the first time, I was like, oh, this show is different.
Yeah.
So, all right, last photo. Let's go deep into the rain.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, that one, we were in South Africa. Matt Roberts, our showrunner, was filming that. He filmed that scene. And all I remember is there was, they were like, oh, we're going to absolutely drench Caitríona and Sam, but they didn't know it was coming. So so that reaction shot was not acting.
They were like, we're going to drown. Okay, great. Okay, so everyone is concerned because Diana is still writing and the show is going to ultimately end before she's done writing.
Yeah.
So as a book reader and fan of both the books and the show, obviously, what can you tell them about that?
Well, I mean, listen, I think the thing that Diana has always said that I really admire about her is she's very confident the books are hers. Do you know what I mean? The books are hers. and this is the adaptation. And she's very pleased with what we're doing. And sometimes she weighs in and says, I don't like that, or please don't do that. Like, I think we were going to bring back a character once, and she was like, I'd prefer you didn't. And, or when Murtaugh, you know, she was totally fine with us bringing him back, but we want to be respectful of her. Do you know what I mean? We're in a weird, tricky position where we are going to film something or try to end something before the books have ended. And we want to be respectful of that. And so whatever we come up with, we will obviously talk to Diana about, and, you know, make sure we're in lockstep about how we're ending it versus how she's ending it, and not step on her toes. Yeah. You know, but also do a satisfying ending. So I'm nervous about it, but I feel confident that we'll do something that feels right for us and is satisfying, but also is in concert with what Diana is doing.
Okay. So, you know, the ending you mentioned, like Sam, you kind of know about it. Yeah. Yes. And knowing what you know, what do you think Caitríona's reaction will be in one word when she finds out?
Well, like I said, when we talked before, I think the ending that I have read is a fairly ambiguous, like it's not totally clear. So I don't know if she will, and once again, I want to talk to Sam about this and we will do our little sidebar together, but it's not entirely clear. So I think there's still a lot to be commented. It doesn't wrap up in the way that I think she's going to wrap it up. I think it's maybe the coda, but I think how she ends it will be slightly different. I think this is more what we read at coda.
Do you think that you guys would ever, like Downton Abbey did, consider coming back for a movie to wrap up the additional season?
I would. I'd be totally up for it. It just depends, you know, if Caitríona and Sam want to do it, if Sony and Stars want to do it, but, you know, down the line, absolutely. Yeah, unless we kill people off or something.
No, don't do that. Wow. Oh, wow. Evil ending. So your Heard on Set series is so popular. Is there a Heard on Set that you haven't released yet that you can do right now?
Oh my God. That's so funny you said that, because I had one the other day and I forgot it. I can't remember it now. I'll have to come back to you. Maybe I'll text it to you.
Just as a reminder, Caitríona still has that trivia win to make you do something. So if you had won, what would you have made her do? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, what would I have made? Well, I don't know what she's going to make me do, and I think she'll forget about it. But
oh, no, she won't.
I'm sure you'll remind her. What would I have made Caitríona do? I don't know. I probably would have made Caitríona do some funky TikTok dance, because I think she could. I think she's got a secret dance moves.
Yeah, I think you might too, and maybe at the premiere, I might make that happen. I don't know.
Oh, God.
So good seeing you. I'll see you later.
Bye.